This is Radio Watford. You're listening to Watford's finest, Pete Gibbons.
Yes, that's right. Hello and welcome back to the Pete Gibbons Show with me, Pete Gibbons, or as you lot have started calling me, the Rave Master. Oh dear, you don't know how right you are. You're listening to North West London's second biggest radio station. It's Radio Watford. Let's kick off the show by playing a little game I like to call Meal Deal Dictators. This week we're asking, what would Adolf Hitler have in his meal deal? Sophie from Bushley Park emailed in to say she reckons he'd get a BLT sandwich, Walker's roast chicken crisps and a Dr Pepper. Now I'm with you on the Dr Pepper, Soph, but what you fail to recognise is that Adolf Hitler was actually a vegetarian later on in life, so the thought of eating animal-based products would have repulsed him, and yet he championed the death of millions of people. A very evil man with complex dietary needs. Jim in Knutsford says Adolf would scrap the crisps altogether. This is more like it, in favour of a Kit Kat Chunky. Completely agree with you there, Jim. It really is a powerful midday snack, either that or a Yorkie. He's also acknowledged the vegetarianism, it's about time someone did, and has suggested a cheese and onion sandwich instead. Now that's a great shout, Jim. Adolf doesn't strike me as a man afraid of flavour. As for the drink, he says almost always he'd go for an Oasis, and I can see where he's coming from with that. Hitler was truly a man of terrible taste. Next week on Meal Deal Dictators, we'll be asking what would Mussolini have in his meal deal. But for now, though, we'll play a little tune by Meghan Trainor. This is Here to Stay. Well, sorry to put you through that. We won't be playing that one again. I only played it so I could say. That was Meghan Trainor there with Here to Stay. I hope you are here to stay, because there's still another hour and a half left of the show. But it wasn't really worth it, was it? Incidentally, this show will be followed up with Dave Finchley's Friday show, which last time I checked pulls in about 60% of the listeners that this one does. So long may that continue. Right, now this is the time you've all been waiting for. Let's play a very popular game called Pedo or Pinot. Okay, up first we got Keith from Patchett's Green. Cliff Richard, Pedo or Pinot?
Don't know.
No, you can't say that, Keith. It's Pedo or Pinot. Do you think he's a pedo?
Yeah. No, I mean, no.
I'm sorry, Keith. I'm going to have to take your first answer, which was yes, pedo. And unfortunately, Keith, that is the incorrect answer, officially anyway. Ironically, Cliff was left untouched after Operation Yewtree found no evidence to support the allegations. Best luck next time, Keith. Up next, we've got Leslie from Oakwood. Eamon Holmes, pedo or Pinot?
I think it's Pedo.
Leslie's saying Pinot. Is she, he, they right? It's the correct answer. As far as we know, Eamon Holmes is as clean as they come. Up next, we've got Michael Jackson. My spidey senses are telling me he's a smooth criminal. But does Michelle from Matlock agree? Michelle, pedo or Pinot?
Pinot.
Well, I'm legally obliged to say that's the correct answer.
Yay.
There were, of course, several allegations made against Michael Jackson on a number of occasions, but they were never proven in a court of law. That's officially why he is a Pinot, but at the same time, probably a pedo. And that's all we've got time for on Pedo or Pinot this week. I'll be looking forward to that returning on next week's show. Okay, now let's play a big tune that'll really get you raring to go this weekend. Get those tops off, lads. And ladies, of course, except if you're in a public place. Please, no flashing on the bus. Unless, of course, you've obtained permission from all those on board. Anyway, this is Oasis with Don't Look Back in Anger. Enjoy. That was Oasis there with Don't Look Back in Anger. I'll try not to, lads. Sound advice there from the Estranged Brothers. You're listening to the Pete Gibbons Show here on Radio Watford. Now on to the next feature of the show. It's Room 101. I have the opportunity to banish 3 things into Room 101 that we will never hear about ever again. I've also asked for your suggestions, so please do keep them coming in. Okay, first up into Room 101, I'm going to put Albert Einstein. Now, everyone bangs on about him like he's the bee's knees, but what did he actually do? Oh, listen up, guys, I've got theories. Alright, Albert, we can all come up with theories. I've got theories about Prince Andrew, but you don't hear me making a song dance about it, do you? Get back to me when you've got something more concrete, please. Fed up of it. Right now it all, isn't he? So, into Room 101, Albert goes. Find your way out of there, clever clogs. Let's take a look at your suggestions as well. One here says, I put Dave Finchley into Room 101 for being a terrible radio host. Well, wouldn't we all, Gavin? Thank you for that. Actually, I might save that one if I can. I'm happy to go with Gavin on that one as well. Into Room 101, Dave Finchley goes. But what would be my third and final thing I put into Room 101? Nudism. I think is what we're going to go with. Let's keep the cock and balls behind closed doors, please. And when I say cock, I am, of course, referring to a male bird. I would never use that, to refer to genitals, for example. Actually, someone complained about that last week when they thought I said cocks and not clocks, the well-known Coldplay song. So please get those ears sorted out, Sandra. We shall not have that again. Let's move on from Room 101. I should also mention there has been a terrible flu going around the office recently. Loads of people off sick, to be honest with you, coming out of both ends, Maybe I'm immune, because I'm still going as strong as ever. Great genetics. But I had to fill in Maddie's slot earlier on this week. Not like that, although if she tried it on, I would. But anyway, Maddie called in sick again today and is at home, probably watching the webcam now, actually. Hello, Maddie. Get better soon. If you want me to pop around with any chicken soup, then please do email in and let me know. I've heard Aldi do a pretty good one, so a good value for money as well. And I'm more than happy to deliver that to your door, free of charge, of course. Quite good of me, really. But please drop me a text or email. You've got my digits, so feel free. But for now, I thought we'd play a song for Maddie. This is the Chainsmokers with Sick Boy. Unfortunately, we couldn't find a song called Sick Girl, so we've had to make do. Change the lyrics if you like, Maddie. Anyway, this is Sick Boy. Hope you get better soon. That was the Chainsmokers there with Sick Boy. There's probably lots of sick boys out there today, so hopefully that's cured at least one of you. Email in and let us know. I've also just been informed by my producer that Maddie isn't actually at home today. She has in fact just been admitted to Watford General Hospital. Hopefully she's listening on the go wherever she is using our new Radio Watford app, available to download now on all mobile platforms. Oh yeah, indeed. Anyway, if you see her, say hello from me. Maybe we could turn this into a little bit of a game. Finding Maddie. Use that as your hashtag and tweet Radio Watford to let us know. Which ward did you see her on? Anyway, now it's time for my favourite feature of the show. This is Ooh, What Are You Wailing For? A name that works on so many levels. I'll explain how it works for the new listeners. Basically, producer Tom plays a clip of some whales having a chat, and I must work out what they're talking about. So let's play Ooh, What Are You Wailing For? Let's have the first one, please, Tom. Ooh, they sound quite angry with each other. Probably a husband and wife arguing. The husband thinks his wife's having an affair with another whale. We've all been there. Just to be clear, my ex didn't get with a whale, although he was a large mammal. Last one, please, Tom. Wow, that sounds like a whaling crisis. A whale desperately grasping onto their job with no friends and no family. In many ways, the Dave Finchley of the whale world. Certainly drones on as much as he does. And on that note, I think that'll be it for Ooh, What Are You Wailing For? I look forward to that one returning on next week's show. Up next, after the song, we've got our final feature of the show. It is, of course, Friday Funeral Favourites. This one didn't go down so well with some listeners last week, but it survives another day. This is the part of the show where you tweet in or email in your favourite funeral songs of the week. Maybe you went to a big send-off during the week. Did you hear a tune that got those toes tapping in the chapel? Now's the time to email in and let us know, and we'll read some of those out after this song. So don't go anywhere. It's Sam Fender with Dead Boys. Enjoy. What a tune that was from Sam Fender there with Dead Boys. So before that song, I asked for some Friday funeral favourites, and you've literally sent in dozens of messages, some of which are criticisms of the feature, and others just outright abuse. But luckily we do have a few songs that our listeners have tweeted in. This is a great tune sent in by Jack. He says he went to his mother-in-law's funeral on Tuesday, and apparently she was a massive Queen fan, so they played Another One Bites the Dust. What a brilliant tune. Just imagine that as the coffin gets paraded past the pews. Don't drop her. It's actually not a song about death. It's a song about the ending of a relationship. I'd know. I listened to it quite a few times. When Sarah left. Cow. We got another one, actually, from Jill this time. She said she wants to play this one at my funeral. That's nice. Although let's not plan it just yet. It's from Green Day, and it's called Haha, You're Dead. Okay, Tom, you're supposed to vet these before I read them out on radio? Yeah? There's not that many to go through, so better next time, please. Anyway, we'll have more of Friday funeral favourites next week, possibly. I've just been taking a look at some of the tweets you've been sending in using the hashtag Finding Maddie, and so far there's been no sightings of her just yet, but many of you are sending your best wishes to her. Not that they'll actually help, but thank you anyway. Let's keep up the search for her, so please, if you are in the vicinity of Watford General Hospital, feel free to roam the wards asking for Maddie Howson. Remember to ask about the chicken soup as well. Now it's time for the song for the singles. This is James Blunt with Goodbye My Lover. Enjoy.
So
That was James Blunt there with Goodbye My Lover. Not goodbye to you though, because there's still 30 minutes left of the show. At least you the listeners are loyal to me, even if no one else is. As we get close to the end of the show, I think we should now check the Finding Maddie hashtag and see what responses we've got. Here's one. Kerry has tweeted in to say she's seen Maddie in the emergency department looking very unwell. Hence why she's in hospital, Kerry. Thank you for that sighting. Glad we found her safe and well. Well, not well, but alive. We'll do our very best to keep tabs on how Maddie gets on over the weekend. Just follow us on Twitter at Radio Watford, and you may as well follow us on Instagram whilst you're at it, also at Radio Watford. Before I abandon you, like Sarah did to me, 57-year-old Roger has just emailed in to say he's celebrating his wife Natalie's birthday this weekend. Good for you, Roger. He's asked me to give her a shout out for her 36th birthday. Wow, 21-year age difference. She could be your daughter. But anyway, well done to you, sir. At the end of the day, age is just a number. Unless they're underage, in which case it's a criminal conviction. But I hope you have a wonderful birthday weekend, and of course a big shout out to Natalie, whatever that does. And that's just about all we've got time for this week, folks, but don't worry, I'll be back here, same time, same place, next week for your next dose of the Pete Gibbons Show, live here on Radio Watford. Up next, you'll have Dave Finchley's Friday show, helping you get into the weekend mood. Even though I've just done that, probably better than Dave will, as well, to be honest with you, with the sort of tunes I was dropping. All I'm saying is, maybe stick in your own tunes for the next hour. Unless you're into music from 20 years ago. But anyway, I'll wrap things up here. Until next time, I've been the Rave Master Pete Gibbons. You've been the people of Watford. This is Post Malone with Goodbyes. Quite apt, really. See you next week.